غنتعاملوا مع هاد الدقائق. هاد الشيء اللي خصنا نشوفوا كيفاش غادي نتعاملوا مع هاد الدقائق وكيفاش غيكون رد الفعل ديال فريق الوداد اللي لحد الان كما قلت الامور منهزم بواحد الزيرو. امور صعبه. بيني نامبوكا هو اللي ماركا في الدقيقه 34 ولكن كما قلت كان تحصيل حاصل لانه لا ديفونس ديال الوداد راكمات الاخطاء. داروا بزاف ديال الاخطاء. الخطا الاول الثاني الثالث جات تقريبا واحد 3 اخطاء متابعه هي اللي خلات الاخطاء هي انهم كيخلوا مساحه خاويه يعني ما كتكون مساحه اللي ما فيهاش تغطيه. كنهضر على لا ديفونس ديال الوداد اللي فيه فيريرا فيه ابو الفتح فيه بوشتا وفيه مفيد. الا طلع بوشتا ما كاينش اللي يغطي الا طلع مفيد ما كاينش اللي يغطي وهذا هو اللي خلى انه كاينه مساحات كبيره في الدفاع ديال فريق الوداد استغلوها اللاعبين ديال مانياما وقدروا يماركيو البيت الاول. اذا 35 دقيقه الوداد منهزم بهدف لصفر 1-0 لفريق مانياما اليونيون في الميدان ديالو اللي مستقبل. باقي ما شفناش كذلك نهضروا على الخط الامامي سي نورمال لا صبار لا بني الدر لا ميرات لا الواسطين كلهم لاعبين. يمكن العامل بزاف اللي كنشوفوا اللي هو ناسي
say it was very inventive play from Ozome and Namboka. The two attacking elements of the team. Perfect synchronization. Ozome knew exactly where Namboka was going to be. Fed him a ball into space. Offsides. immature positioning from the young winger, Elouasti. Waste a potential chance from being created. Just 6 minutes and 5 seconds left in regulation time. Spaniama Union close to going into the halftime break with a 1-0 lead over the group leaders. They are to pick up 3 points. They'll be even in the group B. Namboka this time leaving his foot out and made contact with Amin Abdul Fat. Abdul Fat, who's made 117 appearances, including this one today for Wydad Athletic Club. Had a stint between 2020 and 2024. Akasu picking up a free kick in the middle of the park, shielding the pressure of Mukoko, who's quite an imposing figure. Jordi Mukoko, 24-year-old, has been playing phenomenally in the midfield today, disrupting so much and also providing offensively. He's been given the instructions by Maki Kimoto to utilize his physicality, but also when he does have the ball, play forward. And that's really been the difference in the match so far. It's at Spaniama Union some sort of changes, because that's the way he set up his side this opening half. Things haven't gone their way. Despite being second best for most of the match, could they pull a goal
في هذاك الاول كيدخلوا بسهوله كيدخلوا في الدفاع ديال
الخوت انا كنتفرج في بينات السبور فرنسا فهمتي والبلونغلي فهمتي الويت فهمتي هادي لقيت
Summertime,
هي
Koundare overtook goalkeeper Brudel Efonge as a starting goalkeeper. And ever since he's been playing brilliantly. Will he be tested yet again with his free kick? Putting a lot of stock into it.
هكا والله العالدين مو هاد الحكم
Walid Sabar.
ما فيها والو ما فهمتش والله هاد الكارنيفال ديالنا تا هما خايفين منه تا عاد تدخل لعب كره صاحبي راه واخا شوكو في راه صاحبي وما حسبش ما حسبش
Positionally forward.
صافي لا فور كتخرج عندك دار اللي كيفين ولا عندك هادشي اللي بغيت نعرف انا
That's poor attacking.
ما حسبهاش هادشي
Full offensive sequence of play yet again for Widad.
كريم معطل انت شويه
Disappointing to see Amin
راه عندي
Abdul
وقت بدل الضائع راه يصبر دارو
to be the culprit. Just 1 minute of stoppage time. Slightly surprising given that there was a goal scored. Injury to Mohamed Feed. Also
المشكل اللي عندي هو انا وعندي السيرفر اللي عندي كاين لتحت كيتفرجوا فيه المونيتور لتحت
that's a decision
وعندي
made
في
by
البيسي
Mohamed Ali Moussa.
الا
his
خدمتو
officiating
عندي
team.
هنايا كيوقف شديت
Oh,
هاد
that's a beautiful
لابليكاسيون
pass from El Wassi Ben Yedder.
هاد
Served.
لابليكاسيون شديت ديال فرنسا
Can't make the most of it. Son could see the freshness of Lupini Diommerci, the urgency in the defending. And that's why Hamza El Westi is on the pitch too. He has that precision with his left foot. Final chance of this half, surely, from this throw-in.
هو كيصفر الكورنر وما حسبوش وين العالدين هما تحكيم شو تا شو
No, never mind. Final touch came off.
مروان لعيبة شوف افريقيا هادشي اللي عندك فهمتي افريقيا ما عمرها غتبدل هادشي واخا دير اللي ما عرفت شنو ديما غيبقى
Throw into
هادشي
the modern game or
وهاد التيران فاش فيه اللاعبين كون كان سميتو والله لا لعبتي في هاد التيران خاصها التيران ما تلعبش فيه كاع الكره نهائيا
we're seeing more and more
كما قلت
throw
معك
in takers.
انت في
And that'll be
افريقيا
the all.
خاصك
That'll be all for this opening
تادابط
half.
مع هادشي
Here's
ماشي
the second
انت
Benzema
دوزتي سنوات
Mubashi.
في هادشي
The
خاصك
goal
ما
for
يبقى
Benny
هادشي
Napoca.
عادي
The difference so far.
خاصك انت
You
تحاول
served
ما
ideally
امكن
on the
انك
edge of
شنو
the-
غدير
just
باش
inside the box
ترجع
by
بنتيجه
Chadoma
ايجابيه
Ozone
وانا
Bukeni
قليل انك ترجع
at the
تعادل من
34th
هذا
minute.
الماتش
And a rightful reward
فهمتي
for the pressing
دير
and the hard
دير
work put in place
في
by
بالك بانك غادي
the
خاسر
side.
فهمتي
Well, we did not let it
ولكن
club.
انت خاصك
Haven't
تجيب
provided anything
نتيجه
offensively.
ايجابيه
They'll have
تفكر
to
كيفاش
ask real
غتجيبها
questions of themselves
اقل تعادل
if
الا
they are
جا
to get back
انتصار
in this
بحال
match
هذا
in the second half.
الظروف راه من الحوايج الزوينين في الكره في الافريق اما باش تمشي تقول مرتاح انا فرقه الوداد لا ما بقاش هادشي في الافريق
But it's delightful
خاصك ديما
opening half
تمشي
of
وانت داير في
football.
بالك سيناريوهات شحال من سيناريو ماشي سيناريو واحد
A game plan put in place by Baki Kimoto that seems to have unlocked several situations amongst the three-time Champions League winners in Wydad Athletic Club. The second half, there are to be adjustments in front of the Casablanca-based club. They'll have to make changes nonetheless, given that they have been truly second best in this encounter.
هما تلعب الضربة الحرة فائدة فريق مانيما.
So the match taking place at the Stade Mazembe Lubumbashi. They're hot
conditions. As Maniema Union looking to avenge their 1-0 defeat, which was a late goal scored by Mohamed Moufid in Casablanca, the difference. And they came with offensive intentions, and Boma was absolutely untenable on that left side, stirring trouble. This time his pass for Namboka, unable to settle with the ball at his feet, but he was picked. He'd be involved in seemingly all the offensive sequences, Benny Namboka, the tall forward, this time earning the corner kick through his industry. And Boma's shot that time lacked purchase. Josim Pindi, the left back, took his chance from just outside of the box, but didn't have the accuracy. One of the better chances of the first half. And Boma sending in a rifled shot, but didn't get past Guilherme Ferreira. So Wydad, the bulk of their opportunities, if they even had any, were from crosses that didn't find any takers. Finally, the goal coming from the creativity of Ozome Mukeni, picking out Namboka with a delicious delivery, and the finish, what can you say about that? Nestled inside that far post, the 34th minute, Benny Namboka scoring the opener and offering a sheer moment of delight to the supporters who made the trip to Lubumbashi. It wouldn't be all. They continue to monopolize most of the offensive sequences. Maniema Union, inventive play. For Wydad, you can see just trouble with synchronization, not exactly picking each other out, and lacking quality. Final balls on, if not for crosses, they were just unable to truly threaten.
في مشكله مدربين انت ما داخل خايف وعطيهم كوره ودير في نص الخبار كيدخلوا لك ما هما كيرتير علينا وعليهم كيرتير علينا عليهم ما كيدخلوا كاع طق 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 تقول لي نقول فيه لا وراه لا كمان الكوره خصو يسمح لي ما لعبت بزاف
شو معتضر اتفق معاك كثير على عليهم. لا الاجواء فاش كيتلعب تما في سميتو غاير على المغرب. نتفق معاك بان المدرب ما يمكنش انني نلعب ناسي. شفتو في الماتش ديال الذهاب شتيه ما عطاش ناسي، ما عطاكش في الماتش ديال الذهاب. والمشكل انك مضاعف راسك. اللعاب اللي مزيان في ديك الجهه واللي سميتو هو سميتو هو لورش. ما تقدش تلعبو دابا، ما عرفتش يعني اللعاب راه مسيني مع فرق اخرى. هنا انت مضاعف راسك، ما قادش انك دير حلول. وفي الجهه الاخرى خاصك تلعب الرايحين كما كان الرايحي انه كيتحرك وشحال هادي ما لعبتيش وكيغاد شوف. اما الدفاع راه الدفاع عادي يعني الدفاع ما عمرو كان زعما تقولها مزيان. كتحس بهم بحال دوك بحال الا كنتي لاعب ديك الجيتيه، داك ردات الفعل ديالهم كيتحركوا بحال ديال الجيتيه.
شوف اخويا كريم، شوف الناس خصهم صافي بارك اصاحبي، راه قرن اخر وزمان اخر. خصنا مابقاش في داك الشيء ديال العناطيز، داك الشيء القديم راه ما خدامش هاد الشيء اصاحبي. صافي الناس غادي واش تا واش ما كسناش كره، ما كسناهاش كره، ما حطيناش رجلينا فيها. وانت خايف منه تلعب مع البارسا.
هو النقطه المضيئه او شي يقولها كاع في الفرقه هو عارف ولكن اخويا شوف لعب كره تبع الكره، لعب كره طوال فحل، لعب كره طوال، لعب على دوزيام بال، لعب على اقل حل عندك اللعابه فحل.
اسير واحد نص ضعنم
راه خاوي ما تقدروا جيجيبوا لي تيري
داك الواسطي شي سبار واسطي غير غتقول الواسطي ناقص واحد الشراطه جايبين لنا حنايا، علاش جايبين لنا ماشي بعد منه؟ عرفتي دور عرفتي دابا الاخوان كنقلب دابا في بي سبورت تحت في بيترو اتليتيكو وتاع تيران عندهم وصاحبي والله العظيم الى طوب كيلعبوا مع الكره وكذا دير انغولا بيترو كي تيران واعر واخا الجبال حداهم وكذا تيران واعر بريسيهم نص ديالهم ما يفوتوش نبريسيهم. عندك لا ميراتشو باكاسو يلعبوا يزمطوا المليون. هادو ستيلينبوش ما ديالش هاد اف سي ستيلينبوش اف سي ما عرفتش ديالش من دوله. المهم اخويا تيران هما اللي مستقبلين بلوزداد دابا. تيران عندهم ناضي يا صاحبي والله تا واعر تيران ناضي خليني. جنوب افريقيا واعرين صاحبي تيران زوينه صاحبي. ولا هما ديال جنوب افريقيا الا بحثت عليهم في جوجل صاحبي تيران زوين بعدا كوميد. بالله عليك واش هاد السانتيتيك باقي صالح نتفاهمو؟ هو تا تيران اخويا راه كيلعب دور. واش انت ماشي شازومو على واحد اللقطه الحفره قداش ناير تيران اصاحبي؟ صور دابا شي لعاب غادي يبغي يطاكلي ولا بغا يطاكي ولا شي لعبو يضرب في هاديك الحفرات شنو هو طالع؟ شوفي يدخل هنوري وبلاص داخل واسطي ودخل امراض ودخل دخنائي بيضاء وليد تيران عنده دي باسي عنده يدخل شويه يبدل موناش ما. شوف باش واحد النقطه فهمتها دابا دخلت لي الدماغ دابا ما يقولش شي واحد لا ولا كيفاش بين سبورت كتحارب المغرب. بالله عليك دابا بين الوزداد لعبه هي وهاد الفرقه ديال جنوب افريقيا هما باقا 8 دقائق باش يبدا الماتش هما مصورينهم داخلين من تيران وكذا وحنا ما كاين حتى شي حاجه من هادشي.
سيدي مروان لا شو هادشي ديال النقل الا كان خلل من سميتو من المصدر ولا سميتو ما باش تقول لي انهم لا حيت داكشي فيه صفقات فلوس فهمتي. الاتحاد الافريقي والبين سبور داكشي ماشي ديال اللعب عاوتاني ماشي الرياضيه هادي. الناس عندهم اتفاقيات تعطلها بجوج دقائق و 3 دقائق راه كتخلص لامونت ديالك داكشي ما كاينش. ايوا شوف انت دابا بعدا علاش دابا البي ان سبور ديال فرنسا كلشي ناقل الماتش، يعني كاين واحد البت الا كان شي اشكال صافي، اما من هادشي اي ها كتاخر في البات ولا شي حاجه راه كاين كتخلص واحد لامونت ديال الفلوس، شي فيه عقوبات ماشي لا مروان عاوتاني حتى هادي لا ماشي الرياضيه هادي الناس عندهم التزامات واتفاقيات، راه هادشي فيه لامونت والعقوبات ما يتمكنش. كاينه شي حاجه ماشي هي هذيك، ولكن غير القناه اللي اختاروه هما البي ان اكسترا هي شويه سميتو، وفي اغلب السيرفورات راه ما خداماش فهمتيني. في اغلب السيرفورات هادوك اللي عندهم السيرفورات ديال البي ان اكسترا ما كيديروش تحيين، يعني في الوقت الحالي حيت ما كيكونوش فيه الماتشات ديما ما كيديروش تحيين، هذا هو الاشكال اللي كاين.
Welcome back to this match day 4 encounter between AS Benyamina Union, the hosts, and Wydad Athletic Club. If you missed the first half, it was a goal scored by Benny Namboka, the difference, which is allowing for the DRC club to provisionally match their opponents on points in this CAF Confederation Cup. Group B, they'd both be even on 9. The score were to remain in favor of Maniema Union. But Wydad SC surely have not said their last word, although they've looked dazed for a lot of this match, struggling to deal with the offensive firepower as well as the midfield physicality of Maniema Union. They'll have to inject different ingredients if they are to emerge.
دابا كريم هو مشى ليه دابا السيرفر مشى ليه، واش من اللعيبه منقول فيها في بي سبورت.
شو غتمشي الا عندك السيرفر غتمشي لفرنسا، يعني فرنسا على حساب شنو عندك فرنسا سبور غتمشي تلقى بي ان سبور 8 هي فاش كنقول الماتش عادي، يعني بي ان سبور 8 ديال فرنسا الماكس ديالهم 8 فهي فاش نقولوا الماتش. غتشوف شنو عندك تما، واش عندك فرونس سبور ولا بي ان سبور فرونس، شوف شنو عندك سميتو ديالها وقلب عليهم.
Offensive firepower. It's also going to be the final match if he does grace the pitch of them being posted off. But it's been an entertaining match nonetheless. Lots of pace, lots of tempo injected by Maniema Union. They smelled blood and they pushed to get that opening goal. Rewarded thanks to a link-up play capped off by Namboka. Here's Wissam Ben Yedder, forward, making his first start. Struggled immensely in the opening half. It's an unfamiliar surface to play on for Wydad as well. Goes without saying, playing on a synthetic. We're off. Wydad attacking from right to left in the second half. Maniema Union from left to right. First ball played in to a dangerous area, but no takers. Titano Ndare, who had a near complete heroic performance on match day 3, made 7 saves. It was the 8th that eluded him, which caused for Wydad to pick up the 3 points, but today so far he's not been troubled on his line. Just had to come across to corral a few crosses, but hasn't had to showcase his excellent reflexes and parrying saves. Pass that had a little too much weight on it from Jordi Moukoko. That also goes to show the role he's been given in this midfield. It's to play forward, play with confidence, and he's not short of that. Free kick in favor for Maniema Union after less than 2 minutes of play, won by Jean-Sim Ndi. Ozome on the free kick, the provider of the goal in the first half. Confident dribbling and hold-up play. Sangaya, Moukoko, ambitious attempt. And seems to have gotten a tip from a WEC player. While the clearance from Guilherme Ferreira didn't have any conviction, went straight into the path of Moukoko, who measured his volley. It seemed as if it was going to be off target, but he's won a corner kick for his side. Maniema Union committing numbers forward. We see their centre back Dieu merci Lupini Dieu merci in the mix. Aimed for is the captain, Wanda, and unable to play the ball cleanly, concedes a free kick and puts an end to this spell of attacking play from Maniema. Sangana, Moukoko. This time the weight is perfectly applied on that pass to Okomboli. Nasi runs into a dead end and is pickpocketed quite easily. For what we're seeing in the opening 4 minutes in this second half, it's much of the same as the first. Whereas Maniema Union win the ball back high up on the pitch, isolate the attacking players of Wydad, and are a lot more sure in their build-up play. Clément Pitroipa running into that center circle, which allows for his side to switch play. Beautiful sprint from Mboma. Moukoko, Sangana, can he spread it wide again? He does. The cross lacks quality from Bokomboli. Took it in his stride. All he had to do was aim for Namboka, who was well marked this time, to be fair, by Abdul Fath. But this time the final ball didn't cause any concerns. Let off the hook there. Wydad. We're seeing how it's far too easy for AS Maniema Union to create spaces. Letting the ball roll across his body there was Lamirat. Wins a free kick. To Noya, who bought the bait. But again, Wydad not taking full advantage of the set-piece situations they're afforded. They just can't work through the midfield already, which is being secured by Sangana and Moukoko, but well, this time they have gone past Sangana. Need to make the most of it, and they don't. Maniema Union breaking out with pace. Namboka waiting for the cavalry to arrive. Way too pedestrian from Ozome Mukeni. Tried to take too many touches on the edge of the box. Has to remember they're playing against an elite opponent in Wydad. Although they are winning, they can't be complacent. It's just a narrow 1-0 victory, a 1-0 lead for now. Wissam Ben Yedder didn't check his run. Just trying to ask for a through ball between the center backs, but didn't come when he wanted it to. Challenging day at the office for Ben Yedder so far. The former AS Monaco, FC Sevilla marksman, made a name for himself in the scene in Toulouse. Here's Petroiba. Clément Petroiba gets it back to number 10. Always asking for the ball. This time it's too far ahead. Wydad Athletic Club are off the hook there. Just a little bit of impatient build-up play from AS Maniema Union there on that occasion. Not playing with any sense of urgency. Finally the clearance comes. Bakasu can't get the control of the ball. Good defending from Nassi, coming in the nick of time to help his side out. It's getting a little bit choppy in the midfield. Bokomboli throw in. Clears lots of distance. Driven trajectory as well. A real weapon for AS Maniema Union. On the ground is Pini Dieu Merci. He assisted back up to his feet by Mohamed Ali Moussa, the referee for this match, who's not had much to do, shown 2 yellow cards, 1 apiece. One to the player here on the ball, Jean-Sim Pindi, the other to Joseph Bakasu, the former AS Maniema Union player who's sporting the Wydad Athletic Club colors, and has been since summer. Opening 10 minutes of the second half, not seeing the intense reaction you'd have hoped for from Wydad Athletic Club, and turning to some elements on the bench. Hamza Hanouri receiving a briefing. This result will not sit well with the coaching staff of the WAC. They took all the measures possible to return back to Morocco with 3 points. So far it's not working well. See the supporters who made the trip all the way from Lubumbashi, setting off their red and black flares. Will the substitution finally be made?
tous les directs. Voilà, attention, il est débordé. Oh, il l'a éteint. Il l'a éteint. Un seul. Oh, waouh. Waouh. Et ça repart, et là... Oh là là. Le crochet qui va faire bouche une nouvelle fois. Faut pas rester à mi-distance avec ce danger. 1 minute 20, c'est une éternité à ce stade. Et bien sûr... Oh là 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 là. Ça va être compliqué cette histoire. Ah, il est là pour la battre.
Par le foot japonais.
Oui, là, clairement, il accélère. Il veut terminer ce combat avant la limite. Oh non, c'est trop. Ah, le bras arrière, il a fait bouche. Regardez, il a perdu en vitesse d'exécution. Ça en dit long sur son état de forme. Amuga. Oh, il y a encore ce crochet. C'est pas une main encaissée autant.
Ouais, il a fait son corps à l'intérieur.
C'est pas possible. Lui-même, il doit se demander si... qu'est-ce qu'il fait là, en fait.
5. This is also their first time in the group stages of the Confederation Cup. And they've been excellent, picking up 6 points. And now they're able to hold on to this result. Will add 3 more. Losh on the defensive. He's eliminated by Petroipa. Loves it outside the right foot. The favorable bounce! Goal for Espanyama Union! Oh, Trivella! Ian gets a final touch. Surely he'll be credited as an own goal. But he won't mind Clément Petroipa. Nor will the manager, Papi Kimoto. Oh, the trajectory of the ball. Curled like a banana. And the supporters are treated to absolute beauty and technique. Lackluster defending. Nothing Benabid could do. He really didn't know much of where the ball was once it struck the post and helplessly saw the ball roll into the back of the net. And could that be the dagger, the final dagger for Wydad Athletic Club? It's 2 for the good, and Maniema Union are sending shockwaves around the continent with this result. Losh, in his final match for the club he joined in January, only played 28 matches. The 32-year-old, but he's been decisive in every match he's played in the group stages of the Confederation Cup. Very tall orders being asked of him now. Of course, his motivation is to leave on a positive note, but Espanyama Union have bolted their defense. What a goal scored by Petroipa. Here he is now again, the number 10. Advancing with the ball on his feet, and that's really been the difference. As I've already mentioned, this broadcast this afternoon is Espanyama Union are playing to go forward. They're fearless, especially through their wingers, Boma and Petroipa. Strong defending from Sabar. Long ball, seemingly desperate, in the direction of Losh. Here he is now again. Then Mingosi Losh. Dealt with, but seems as if this second goal has finally awoken the spirits of Wydad. Ben Yedder goes down. Penalty for Wydad. Finally the response. And Wissam Ben Yedder, with all his experience, his close touches, doesn't need more than a chance to punish. And Ferreira, perfectly timed pass. Ogundare makes contact without a doubt with Ben Yedder, who got a touch of the ball with his left foot to take it away from the goalkeeper who was incoming. And a lifeline for Wydad. For his foul and troubles, Ogundare picks up a yellow card. It appears the penalty kick taker will be Walid Sabah. Interesting how the psychology of a football match can switch. Almost as if the second goal awoken the spirits of Wydad. And it's a substitute, Hamza Nouri, who places the ball on the spot. Just one-on-one with Detan Ogundare. Can Hamza Nouri mount the comeback, mount the resistance? Just Ogundare to beat. Cool the spirits here at the Tepe Mazembe Stadium. Looking focused. And a defense that looked impregnable for most of this match. They were pierced by a run by Ben Yedder. Fouled by Ogundare. And can the penalty be transformed by Anoui? He does it! Anoui beats Ogundare, who got a palm to it. Hands in his head now for the Nigerian goalkeeper, but couldn't stop the placement and the power of the finish by Hamza Nouri. He gets his second goal of the competition. The substitute making a close to instant impact. And Wydad are back in it. So close to being saved by the goalkeeper. It wasn't a perfect penalty by any means, but just enough to get past Ogundare, who dove the right way. So a second half that is full of entertainment, full of events. We've seen 2 goals already. And the supporters who made the trip from Casablanca to support Roubaix can celebrate. They clawed one back. Ben Yedder, can he find Nassi, but the pass came too late. Maniema Union looking to counter. Oh, a touch to eliminate 2 players, and they've got numerical superiority in the sequence. Maniema Union, the finish is lacking. Good save from Ben Abid, but never looked comfortable once he introduced himself into the box. And Boma, caught between 2 worlds, perhaps thought about finding his forward, but his body position wasn't optimal to find that second post, and Ben Abid saving his side nonetheless made the save he had to make. What? End-to-end stuff. At one end you have
بيحصلوا صاحبي الكونتراتاك صاحبي ثلاثة مع أبو الفتح جاب الله هذاك ضربة بن علي نيشان
could have unlocked a chance for
خلي فيها والو
visitors, and
صاحبي وما كاينش ما
seconds
فهمتش اليوم
later,
الوداد ما عرفتش ورقات
Maniema Union are
بزاف على سانتيتي كنظن الأجواء ديال
Surging
الفريق
forward.
جويت كي بغيتي دير لها
Sabah dispatches Roche, who pops it forward. Boucheta, the left back, in such an offensive position there. Mufid charging towards the goal. Ben Yedder, the give and go. Oh, Ben Yedder maybe could have held on to the ball and turned on his own. Had nobody around him. Seemed a little bit predictable, but nonetheless, Ben Yedder confident in his passing abilities in tight spaces. Little bit of a discussion between Mohamed Ali Moussa, the referee.
يخرجوا عليهم من الكرة، ما كيخرجوا بزاف صاحبي، ويخرجوا عليهم من الكرة صح. عين هاجموا ويخرجوا عليهم من الكرة صح، شنو الحال؟
And the penalty was not perfectly executed, but just enough to get past the diving Ogundare. So no clean sheet for either goalkeeper. But that means he's even conceded an own goal. Manyema Union building on the left. And Boma tried to be perhaps a little too clever there. But he's been rewarded with a free kick. Referee Moussa. A little bit under 20 minutes of regulation time in the second half. It could go either way. Currently it's Manyema Union leading on a scoreline of 2-1.
ياك ما هذاك الكرواتي ولا
Really
يوغوسلافي
bold
ولا
first half
اصلا
scored by
مولي جا ولا
their
غيشد الويد.
striker Benny Namboka, excuse me.
هذيك ما فيهاش
Second goal,
شك.
which will be
هذاك
credited
هذاك
as an
اللي
own
غيديرو
goal.
حيت
Lebanon,
ما عمرو دار مساعد مدرب. درب جوج مرات
almost picking
في
out
كرواتيا
Messi.
ولكن ما عمرو دار مدرب.
In the
راه درت
space.
واحد الموضوع وحطيت هاد
He
التساؤل.
attempted something
كنت باغي نسجلو
very
البارح
difficult to
ولكن
execute on
ما
one touch volley.
خفت لا الناس يتخلقوا تاني.
Last touch comes off in Boma. This will be a goal kick for Chateau Rouge. The nickname is given to Wydad. Translates to the Red Castle in English. The goal scorer, Namboka, will exit the pitch. He'll be coming off for Christian Balako Panzi. Injected so much energy in the first half. Namboka also exiting as Ozome. He makes way for Prince Susu, so not a tactical reshift either. It's like for like, two offensive players coming in for two offensive players. There's Prince Susu wearing the number 37, attacking midfielder who joined the club in November 2025. Had a substitute appearance on matchday 3 as well. I know he chested the ball into his stride, but denied entry. Like a security guard at a hard-to-get-in nightclub. Holding his back is Petroiba. Seems to be in quite a bit of pain. Clément Petroiba. Still on 0-0 throw goals in this tournament, but you won't forget that shot he unleashed with the outside of his right foot, the Trivela. Clearly fond of the technique and excels not only with the shooting, the outside of his right foot, but we've also seen him switch play up and play passes with it. It's an alternative to the left-footed strikes for players that are very comfortable with their right. You have to take it on when the ball is on the left foot of your body. Well, if you take it with the right foot, it has to be on the left side of your body. Losh wins a free kick. Not so bad area for Wydad. Points to the spot to ensure the free kick is taken from the appropriate distance and angle. Demin Kosilosh, capped 9 times for South Africa. Was signed by Wydad, knowing that his experience would be valuable in the Club World Cup, which was played in the United States in the summer of 2025. Featured in all 3 of their group stage matches, and his deal was made permanent. Bushita concedes a free kick. Can't be defending with your hands in football, which is a contact sport, but once you start grabbing your opponent's jersey, it's when the referee intervenes. And on to the pitch is the 18-year-old wonder kid, Moises Paniagua. Making his first appearance for the side. Was signed as an alternative to Losh. We'll see how the two link up. The new guard coming in to replace the old. Sabah. Ambitious long ball. Had a lot of audacity to play that pass into the box. Going down is Ogundare, may request medical assistance. Paniagua was dispatched on that pass. So to his credit, Mohamed Denachef, the manager of Wydad, who we see on your screens, has made several offensive-minded substitutions. He has 4 offensive-minded players by trade in Paniagua, Ben Yedder, Anouri, and Losh on the pitch. So strong commitment to clawing back in this match and getting at the very least a point. He's mixed experience with freshness, of course. Paniagua, 18, but he's surrounded by Ben Yedder. He's 35 years of age, and Losh, who's 32. Two players at the top of the screen who have gone down. The play carries on. Sabar switches up to Mufid, who has some space to charge into. It's closed down by Balako Panzi. Mufid is unsuccessful in either winning a corner kick or sending in a ball to the box. Mohamedani Musa believing that both players need medical assistance.
à sauver un petit peu les...
So, team doctors come on. Bench. Check in on Lamirat. Sangana. Two very tough players, Lamirat and, Uzemboma. Approach the final 10 minutes of this match as Maniema Union, as promised by their head coach Abi Kimoto before the match, said we know our opponents very well, could see that they prepared for them to a T, that they have taken all the precautions to avoid putting themselves in too much risk. Aside from that penalty conceded, they haven't looked to be on the back foot for much of this encounter. Can Wydad spark more of a comeback? The penalty so far scored at the 66th minute didn't change much in terms of the gameplay or the momentum. Ben Yedder takes a touch with his head, drives into the box. And finally, Ogundare collects, goes to ground, and is this time wasting? It's already been a few times that he's gone to ground. Nice flick from Anouri. Ben Yedder. It's where you can maybe see the years showing. Perhaps that his physical prime may have been able to gone on the end of that headed touch and finished with his left foot. Ogundare has removed his gloves. It was maybe the end of his afternoon. Maybe time for substitute goalkeeper Brulel Fonge to come on. Wydad Athletic Club captain Aminat Loufat, complete opposite end of the pitch. Noticeably unhappy with how much time has been shed off the clock without play. Expressing his discontent. Captain Exousia Mwanda requesting for there to be a little bit of indulgence from Abrufat, a little bit of understanding given that their goalkeeper is struggling with a knock. In the meantime, substitution will be made for Maniema Union. It's Jean Silita who's going to be coming on for Mboma. His contributions to this match have been substantial. As you see again, the penalty incident and the conversion by Hamza Nouri. Signing from Fous Rabat, who's absolutely on fire in the Botola. This was the opener. The goal scored by Mboka. Drifted to the right. Was picked out well by Ozome. Finished with composure. Petroiva not under any pressure. Just curled the ball around Ferreira, it seemed. Wydad will also make a change. It's Mohamed Rai who's coming on to the pitch. For Wissam Ben Yedder. that's the end of the day for Wissam Ben Yedder. His starting debut for his new club, not ending with a goal scored. He's helped his side by earning a penalty kick, but aside from that, still has to gel with his teammates. So we've seen 4 minutes pass since the incident between Ogundare and Ben Yedder, which has led to the goalkeeper falling to his feet and requesting medical help. He's receiving a stern talking to from Mohamed Ali Moussa, the referee. Gloves are back on. He seems fit enough to finish the match. He's already on a yellow card as well, so if he does time waste yet again, that'll be a second yellow. Well, forgotten completely. Balako Panzi. Wydad defending chaotically, and the ball is sent over from Susu. Both substitutes linking up finally in the final third inside the box. But how was Christian Balako Panzi allowed to roam behind enemy lines? They were gifted an opportunity by Wydad. An overcommitment to offense, perhaps. Lorch, Moufid, Lorch and Moufid combining well. The pass from Lorch is not at all sent into the area where Mohamed Rai could latch onto it. Not a lot of distance with that goal kick taken by the defender. They handle it well. Troipa in no rush to get back onto his feet. The assistant referee prompting the winger from Burkina Faso to get back onto his feet. This is frustrating for supporters of Wydad Athletic Club. Their side are grudgingly moving forward, having to deal with time-wasting antics, but nothing unusual in high-level competition. If they are losing this match, they really do have themselves to blame. They didn't put in the ingredients or inject the intensity to break through this impregnable defensive setup put in place by Papi Kimoto. It's been a tactical masterclass from AS Maniema Union, but it still can be undone. A few minutes left to be played. Although it does seem unlikely. We've seen stranger things in CAF Confederation Cup competition, as well as the Champions League. The pass from Ben Abid was a little bit more towards the right. Manouri had beaten the offside trap. Free kick one from AS Maniema Union. Aboul Fab looking dejected. Let's see it again. Not sure North bench reason for a free kick to be given at all for either side. It seems as if it was a fair use of shoulder to shoulder from both players, but it'll benefit AS Maniema Union. Here's Clément Petroipa. He's had a memorable showing. It's his shot that smacked the post, which is the difference so far. The delivery is delicious. And Rupini, Dieu merci. Could he have aimed for the target there? Let's Let's see it again on the replay. Timed his run perfectly. Forgot. Was all alone. Even behind him, there was an option. Great delivery from Pietroiba. That'll be his final contribution in this match. It's Obed Mbala Titon who comes on for the tricky winger. He's left it all on the pitch. Obed Mbala Titon, an attacking-minded player. Not a defensive switch, not changing the tactical setup with the substitutions, Kimoto. Clear free kick. This time, Moises Paniagua, the culprit. See, Wydad Athletic Club players are complaining about that decision. They feel as if it should have gone in the favor of the young forward. In fact, it's a free kick for Maniema Union, who will have to hold on to their lead for at least 5 more minutes. Shown by the 4th official. As if Benhabid is starting to sense the urgency. The aerial battle contested between Mwanda and then Nouri. Here's Lorch playing his final minutes with Wydad. Lorch. Moufid, his cross denied. Will he decide to play a long throw it? He does have that weapon in his arsenal. Or played short instead. Rai. Lamirat pops it into the box. Safely into the gloves of Titan Ogundare. In all fairness, he hasn't had to do much in terms of saves made, and his punt goes the full distance out of bounds for a goal kick on the opposite end. Incredible power. Wydad have taken away some of their defensive midfielders, so the long ball option to find their forwards. We're on the second. Lorch. Rai dispossessed. And now on to the counter-attack. Maniema Union, will they look to add to their lead? Doesn't seem as if they're interested in doing so. Content with the 2-1 scoreline. There was an off-the-ball incident, and Walid Sabah will go into the referee's booking. There's a midfielder for Maniema Union who... It's Prince Susu. Still hasn't gone back up to his feet. Now the Maniema Union doctors are coming onto the pitch. Scenes on the stands. This could be a landmark result for the DRC side. And not only of prestige, but how it impacts the Group B standings in the Confederation Cup this season. They'll be tied on points with Wydad Athletic Club, their opponents of the day. Prince Susu needing to be taken off with a stretcher, where he'll receive a little bit more assistance, but from the challenge it didn't seem as if it was too severe. If it was just a knock, perhaps it was a surprise of it all, not expecting to receive a bump in terms of goal differential. Wydad AC at +4, Maniema Union while at +3, but they'll be tied on points, tied on victories. This will delay the instant direct qualification of either side. Wydad, all they needed was a draw. They still can get it. We've now crossed beyond the 5 minutes of stoppage time minimum, but the injury to Prince Susu will surely be a couple of extra minutes added. A frustrating performance from Wydad away from home. Just seems as if the elements were against them as well. Didn't seem to gel on this turf pitch. Weather conditions as well, not what they're used to. It's also been a long break in competition. Played without their midfield maestro, Jim Ziyech, and without the leadership of their usual club captain, Nordim Amrabat. Of course, Stéphane Aziz-Ki also left in the winter time. So this Wydad AC side is much different from the one that started this Confederation Cup, but can't take away credit from AS Maniema Union, who played a beautiful brand of football, especially in the first half where they were superior in all facets of the game. Tactically, technically, physically, even mentally, their approach was solid. And after 6 minutes and 30 seconds of stoppage time, that is all. Referee blows his whistle for the final time in this matchday 4 encounter of the 2025-2026 Confederation Cup, and it's a marquee victory for AS Maniema Union over their rivals in the Group B, Wydad Athletic Club of Morocco. Here at the Stade Tepe Mazembe, 2 goals to 1 in favor of the side who are based in Kindu, but they'll be celebrating in Lubumbashi tonight with their supporters. The first goal by Benny Namboka, the second an own goal by Benhabib, but provoked by Petroipa. The score line was reduced by Hamzat Hadouli, scored from the penalty spot. But after that, Wydad Athletic Club, despite making several offensive-minded changes, were unable to threaten the goal frame held by Titano Gundare. A memorable and eventful match of football in the Confederation Cup, where both sides gave it their all. It just seemed as if AS Maniema Union had injected more ingredients to score goals and also neutralize the offensive threats of their opponents. While Wydad seemed to be on the back foot
تفضل يا روحي غزيلي حالك ان شاء الله صحة.
Away from home, but they'll regroup and they'll still be sure candidates for qualification to the knockout rounds. AS Maniema Union are now back in the race for qualification after their setback on match day 3. Of course, eyes will be turning to the next fixture where Azam will play against Nairobi United later on this afternoon.
مع عبد الله صاحبي، غتشوف بحال مع عبد الله، اقسم بالله العلي العظيم.
ناري على بلان والجول عند حمراء، عطل الوقت وعطاه الحكم صفرة اخرى قال لي لا عطيتها للمدافع. ناري على مرض. لا ولا كلشي حاجه اللي كتطلع في قسما لك بالله استغفر الله العظيم. لا هادشي اللي وقع في هاد الكاس هذا غادي والله الا هاد الفائق يكون غلبان اول ضحايا. اول ضحايا داك التقحبين ديال واد القحاب ديال الجميع. او شوف الاخطاء اللي ما كايناش يعطيها لهم، الاخطاء اللي ما كايناش يعطيها ما كاينش حتى والو. شوف الضحايا يقول لكم الاخوان شي حاجه مابقاش يقول لي شي واحد لا هكا راه لا من لعبوا كره هكذا. فين تلعب كره لا تيران الحكم شنو كاين البت كيفاش داير شي صافي. نقول لك شوف دير مقارك حنا دينا نعاود نقول لكم هاد الجمله هادي
target there. Let's see it again on the replay. Timed his run perfectly. Forgot. Was all alone. Behind him there was an option.
Mon père قالت لك جدة
Great delivery from Pietroiba.
واش
Final contribution in this match.
احتويت في الضحك
It's Obed
ما
Mara
تسكر
who comes on
ولا تسكر ولا تضحوا.
for the tricky
واش
winger.
دايرين نان دار
Left
عندي
it all on
بطيء
the pitch.
واش كاين لان
43
كله غير ندحي لان.
ولا خالتي زين واحدة تايقة من صافي نكني خالتي زينة باش دوري في صوصنا نقل